Hey, this is Carmen. Thanks for watching. So I want to talk about what are some of the elements of a personal spiritual practice that are helpful when you are starting your Reiki 1 journey. Or Reiki 2 or Reiki 3. I know I've said this lots of times before, but we don't leave the stuff that we learned in one level just because we move to the next, right? These are foundational practices that we continue to utilize in our lives to live a Reiki lifestyle. So what are some of the ones that make up my personal spiritual practice? I just wanted to share some with you. Number one, the ideals. So every morning when I wake up, I sit up on the edge of my bed and I have an altar that is right there. That's one of my main altars. I like my bedroom because it tends to be one of the most private areas in the house for me. Even though I have an office, it's not as private because everybody else uses it too. Now, even though I have an altar down here, I like my main altar. And so I put my hands in Gasho, and then I recite the ideals. I like to recite the ideals in Japanese. It sounds like a mantra. And so, here is how I recite the ideals. So I bring my hands, like I said, into Gasho, and I just take a breath and come fully awake. And then I say, Kyodaki wa okoru na shinpai su na kansha shite gu hajime hitu ni shinsitsu ni. Now, I'm not Japanese. I did learn the way to say the ideals in Japanese from both my teacher at the Art of Healing School of Energy Medicine in Elm Grove, Wisconsin, Sherry Bauer. But then also on YouTube, I found some iterations through Frank Petter. And so I just kept listening to that and, learned it that way. And so I'm sure that I could be critiqued on the enunciation, but, for me, I like the way that the ideals in Japanese sound like a mantra. Now, when I'm saying them, I'm contemplating what that means. It means that for today, I'm not going to start my day off angry or worried, that I'm going to be grateful and I'm going to do my work really well, and I'm going to be kind to myself and to others. And so, it just provides a start to my day, a right foot forward to my day, right? In yoga, they say, you should, give yourself a couple seconds to check in the morning and see, like which side feels like it's flowing, more, and then that's the side that you're going to take your first step with. And so it's the same thing with Reiki. Reiki says, hey, how do you want to start your day? Let's start your day by examining the ideals and how we want to approach everything energetically. And then, throughout the day, if I feel like I'm struggling or things are becoming tense or anything like that, then I just recheck in. I get back into my Gosho position and I recite the ideals again, maybe, or I breathe. I also like to give myself Reiki treatments when I have the opportunity. Sometimes those treatments are specific to different things that are going on in my body. Of course, I'm getting older, and things, I wake up a little creaky sometimes, and so I'm probably going to start my day by giving myself Reiki treatments in those areas. And then, of course, throughout the day, whenever I need to check in with myself or, rebalance myself, then I give myself more Reiki treatments. And then at the end of the day, I like to give myself a Reiki treatment. Typically, again, I'm going to start, probably in areas that are talking to me a little bit more loudly than others, and check in with those areas and find out what's going on. But I do, if I have the opportunity just to give myself a Reiki session, then I like to, honor my chakras, talk to my body, bless my body, that kind of stuff. And so, those are things that I do every day throughout the day as part of my Reiki practice. So I hope this was helpful and you took away some things that you might add to yours if you haven't already. Many, many blessings. Namaste.